Thanks for listening to our podcast, unMetered. As a member-owned, not-for-profit electric cooperative, our focus is on providing affordable, reliable, safe electricity and outstanding member service. One way that we're doing that is by providing more avenues of communication to you, our member. Through the podcast, we hope that you will be able to find some helpful hints, tips, and things to help you conserve energy, as well as some informational pieces that will help you understand what it means to be a member. Welcome to another episode of unMetered. We're extremely excited to have you back. This week, me and Josh are going to be talking a little bit about the scams that happened this past weekend, and that has actually been going on now for a while.
It's been a while, yeah.
But before we get into that, make sure that you've enrolled into Sharing Change. You can do that by either calling our member support specialist at 877-777-9020, or you can go to sharingchange.org. And of course, you can find all that information by going to mtemc.com. And if you have any outages, Josh, where's the best place to go for that?
Check our outage map online, mtemc.com, or just give us a call. If you need to report an outage, 877-777-9111. Give us a call, and we'll get you squared away.
Okay, so Josh, this past weekend,
yeah,
we were in the news.
We were, man.
In fact, you were on the news and mentioned several times.
That's right. You know, so yeah, this is one of the things as a utility. It's tough, man, because you know, we deal with people who don't have good intentions. They're not looking to, you know, help members save money. They're not looking to do the things that we are, but they're claiming that they're us. And so, you know, yeah, we were on the news because we have these scammers that just call our members and they're trying to shut them off and trying to get money out of them. And it's tough because, I mean, it's one of those things that, you know, whenever we do this podcasting, you know, whenever we do these things, we try and help out. We try and get members to save money. We try and do all these great things. And it just, you know, we're trying to be pretty even keeled on everything. But this type of stuff just makes my blood boil, because what these people are doing is taking advantage of our members, and our members are, you know, falling for it because these guys sound legit and they're not. And it's just, so yeah, short answer to your question, we were in the news.
So you know, there's a lot of this scam is not new.
No,
that's the thing though. Is that you know, we've been encountering this for a while. You've probably seen our, you know, we've been putting out social posts for how long now?
Well, I think the first time that we had it that I remember was probably a couple years ago, 2-3 years ago.
Okay.
And basically what happens is these scammers are making a phone call. And what it started out as is they would call businesses that are in our service territory. They call our businesses, tell them that they're going to cut their power if they don't pay a certain amount.
Sure.
Well, a lot of times they'd call them, you know, right around the lunch hour. So they got a lot of folks that are, you know, they're busy. They can't have their power cut off, and they're not really thinking about, hey, my bill is paid, or it's a business where there may be a language barrier, minority-owned business, or it may be a chain, and they may not take care of actually paying their electric bill. So what these scammers would do is say, hey, we're going to cut your power unless you pay us X amount of dollars. So what we need you to do is go down to a local drugstore, get they're called green dot cards, prepaid calling card or prepaid cards, and they have them call back and give the number. Well, we had members doing this, and then they'll call us when things slow down and say, well, I thought my bill was, you know, up to snuff, and we're like, yeah, it is. So basically, they're out whatever that money is. So we started putting information out a couple years ago, just saying, hey, don't fall for it, call us. And that information rings true today, up until this weekend.
Well, and it seems like the scammers have not really, they've tweaked some things, they've changed some things. For instance, they've actually gone and recorded our IVR. In the most recent rendition of this scam.
And that's what's crazy about it. So yeah, they took, and you know, when you call 877-777-9020, you get a recording. And what that does is you're able to push, you know, whatever menu prompt. So what they did is basically, I mean, to strip it down, they took and you know, made their voicemail, whatever their voicemail is, our recording of our IVR.
Right.
So when these members are calling in, they're thinking, hey, I'm actually calling Middle Tennessee Electric, but they hit the buttons and it's not going anywhere.
Sure.
And then eventually, you know, somebody on the other end answers the phone and they start phishing. They start phishing for information. I think that's where we have a lot of the issues.
Sure.
You know, is members, they'll give them their account number and not even think about it, or give them their meter number and not even think about it, not even try and challenge that back. We have that information. So if you call us, you know, yeah, we're going to verify your account, but we have that information.
Right.
These scammers don't.
Now, when a member does call in, a lot of times the scammers, they'll call you. They'll say, "Hey, you owe $1,900.
Right.
You need to go get a prepaid card,
right.
And then you need to get that to us, and then we won't cut you off. And if you don't do it within the next 30 minutes,
exactly,
you're out."
We're not going to do that. I mean, that's just the idea of that is, it's just, we're not going to do that. We're not going to. If you owe $1,900. You probably know you owe $1,900.
And that's something that I think a lot of members, we are here for the members. And so
right.
when there is a situation where it happens,
right.
we don't want to cut people off. That's not what we're here
exactly.
to do.
Yep.
And so we do have to manage a business,
right.
And so that's something where we give plenty of opportunities
yep.
for members to rectify any type of account information there.
You bring up a really good point. We are not in the business to cut people off. That is like literally, whether it be residential or commercial, that is our last resort. We are going to reach out to the members. We're going to say, hey, you're past due. And when it comes time that you are on the list to be cut off, you're going to know. We will have communicated with you prior to. We're not just going to call you and say, hey, by the way, Adam, we're going to cut your power, in the next 30 minutes. We've got a truck rolling. First of all, we're not going to call you and tell you, hey, we have a truck rolling to your house, you need to pay your bill, because you've already been communicated with. When you come up on that list, we're going to show up to your home, we're going to cut your power, we're going to leave you a notice, and so that way you can, oh, okay, my power's been shut off, you're aware of it. We're not going to give you that heads up of, hey, because you're going to have had that multiple times. And when it comes to businesses, same thing. We're not going to say, hey, 30 minutes, and the point about the green dot card, we're never going to tell you, hey, go out and buy a prepaid card. No. If you call us and say, hey, I know my power's getting ready to get shut off, I need to get to the bank today, and then can I come in? We're going to work with our membership however we can. We're not going to say, the only way that we're going to accept this payment right now is if you go get this prepaid card. It's not going to happen.
Well, and that's something to also remind our members, is that if you have a problem with a high bill, if you have a problem with any type of a payment situation, the best thing to do is to either call us and talk to one of our MSSs, or go into your local office. We have 7 now across our service territory, and just stop by, because of course it's hard for a scammer's not going to be in the office.
Right. Exactly. Well, and that's the thing. They say we're rolling a truck right there. I secretly wish that I would get one of these calls. I do, because I'd say, okay, great, I'll talk to your serviceman when he gets here, bring the truck. But, a lot of folks can't do that, nor do they want to do that. And we're not encouraging that. What we want you to do, if you get one of these phone calls, like you said, man, just call us. Hang up the phone. They're calling. We actually, we had a call yesterday that the scammers had called one of our local businesses, and the business owner said, I saw you on the news, and they said, that wasn't us, call this number to verify. They called from an 800 number, gave an 866 number to call back. We're going to call from the same number. I mean, if you see a number come across your local, that's a local number, it's probably going to be 494-1030, which is what we will, which if you call that number back, puts you right into our automated system. Right. Our number is 877. That's the number that you call. Always. It's an 877 number. It's not an 866. It's not an 800 number. 877. If it doesn't start with 877, chances are it's not us.
Well, and that's something else, that even if they do give you a number and you're confused, okay, this could be the scammer. Right. Maybe it's not. The easiest thing to do is to go to our website. Yep. Because there you will be able to contact us either by email. Yep. You'll be able to get our direct phone number. If you're on a mobile device now on our new website, you can actually just press the button.
Just hit the button, it'll call you.
It'll call you right there. Yep. So with this new technology that we're in the process of rolling out, and that's one thing we'll just kind of tease the fact that with our new conversion that we're going through right now, the new app that we're going to have, you're going to be able to check your bill right there. So you'll be able to know exactly when you're due, how much is due, and you can pay through the app.
Yeah, and that is so cool, because what's going to happen is these scammers are going to start calling people, and they're going to be able to pull up their bill, like you said, right there, and be like, my bill's current. If your bill is current, they got nothing. Yep. Here's the thing, with the scammers, what we're asking members to do is, if you get these calls, report it to your local authorities. I'll be honest with you, there's not a whole lot that we can do, but what we're doing is building a case. We have talked to the FBI, we've talked to the TBI, and they have a case on this, and they're working it, actively working it. But the more information that we can get them, the more information we can get local authorities, the better off it's going to be. These guys,
eventually they're going to make a mistake.
Absolutely.
Eventually they're going to say something, they're going to do something, and that's going to be what's going to stop this, because it's not just us that's getting hit. It's not just Middle Tennessee Electric.
And that's a great point. They start out. I've talked to an investor-owned utility in Mississippi that has the same thing going on. They'll usually start at one end of the state and work their way through. When they hit us, they'll usually start in Williamson or Wilson County, just cut a swath right through our service territory, and then they're gone. And they'll be gone for a month, sometimes 3 months, sometimes 6 months. Typically, they'll hit us in high bill season. So middle of the summer, middle of the winter, when we are getting those calls. And people are a little bit worried. But I'm telling you, man, if people would just hang up on them and just call us back through the website, go to the number, get the number there, look on your bill, just call us back, stop into one of the local offices. We know that most folks can't get there during the workday. We understand that. Just call us.
And that's something else you said, during the workday. So this past round,
they hit us on the weekend.
And it was late. It wasn't like it was a holiday Friday that we just that they made a little mistake there. But they actually were calling members on Saturdays on Sundays, and
we're not open on the weekends.
Exactly.
so the first call that I got on Saturday, they said, "Hey, what's going on?" I said, "We're not even open today. We're not rolling a truck to cut you off." I mean, that should be your first clue right there. That we don't have folks. We do have folks working. We have folks on call. We have folks in our
obviously
in our
we have people working.
Control.
You and I are ready for communication.
Absolutely.
So our people are around.
Everybody, we have folks that are working, but we're not. We weren't cutting people off.
No.
And we're not rolling a truck to cut off. And that's one of the other things that as members know this, that when we cut somebody off, these scammers are saying, "Hey, we're going to come remove the meter." We don't remove the meter.
Right.
We're not going to remove the meter from your premises.
Sure.
Because what happens is when you pay your bill, that would mean that we'd have to go back out and replace the meter. We don't do that. So, these guys are saying we're going to take their meter off your premises. Not going to happen.
They really exaggerate what they're going to do.
Absolutely.
And because they're really trying to use a little bit of fear to get you to pay those things. And so that's something that members just need to remember, that even if you get a call and you think that it's a scammer, hang up. If it's us and you hang up on us and you call us back and say, "Hey, by the way, I just got a call. Oh, well, that was us." Okay, we're not going to hold that against you, because again, we understand that there's people acting like us that aren't us.
Absolutely. So no one's going to be mad if you hang up on us. We're not on the. We will, when it comes to paying bills. We're not going to initiate the call to say, "You need to pay us right now." We have, like I said, if you're on the cutoff list or if you're delinquent, you're going to get an automated call that's going to say, "Hey, your account is past due. We're not going to call you and demand payment." We will take a payment when you initiate the call.
Well, and on our new system that's coming out here in just a couple months now, you'll actually be able to enroll you'll get notifications via email. You'll get notifications via text message if you want them. You can get them on your phone.
You guys are getting a total inside look at this right now. It's awesome.
It's really exciting.
It's going to be good.
So again, it's something that you'll be able to check it out right there, and you're notified. So, like I said, with this scam stuff, the best thing you can do is call and hang up. Report what they said to you. If you have the ability to record it, record it. That's fine.
Actually, that was
all
a huge
better
thing.
Information.
That was a huge thing this weekend. One of the members actually had gotten a recording and released it to the local news stations. And all the local news stations, if you haven't seen it, go out there and just look at one of the local news stations. All of the news stations picked up our press release, but some of them have the recordings, and that's what they do. They'll take and tell you, you owe this much. And when you start questioning them, they put you on hold. And then they transfer you to somebody else. They'll give you fake names. Ask for, Bill Jenkins. And when you call back and say, "I need to speak to Bill Jenkins," they'll say, and I'm making that name up, by the way. When you call back and say that, they'll say, "Oh, would you like to talk to him?" They put you on hold, transfer him to the person probably sitting right next to him. This is Bill Jenkins.
Or it may just be him with an accent.
Exactly.
He might just be going back and forth with the phone and just playing that old game.
Don't just hang up, call us, we'll get you squared away.
Where's the best place they can get information? Can they go to our website and find it?
Yeah, you can go to our website. We have a press release out now. You can check us out on social, on Facebook, on Twitter. And the best thing, just call us. Keep our numbers handy. Just call us. I mean, that's the easiest thing to do.
Yeah, I mean, and that's not just scams. I mean,
No,
it's any type of
anything.
problem that you have, any type of problem that you're seeing
Right.
with your account, with your service.
Even if you have
call
a question
us.
about it. Yeah, you have a question about it. That's the cool thing about being a cooperative and being, member owned. We're here for the members.
Right.
We're not, our call center is here in Murfreesboro. It's not, in New York, it's not in India, it's not dislocated from us. We're right here. We're in Murfreesboro.
Yep.
Call us or stop by an office. Our offices are open until 4:30 in the afternoon. If you have time to swing by your lunch break, do it. But don't get caught up in the fact that you think that you owe us money when you've paid. If you have a question, call us. We understand that there are times when people will, oh man, I forgot or whatever, or I was on vacation. That's great.
Yeah.
We're going to communicate with you. Communicate with us. We're here to help. We don't want to cut people off. It's just part of what we have to do sometimes. We don't want to. So give us a call. Let us work with you, and let's stop the scammers. I mean, that's
Right.
the biggest thing,
Well, like I said, I think for today, I think that's really what we want to talk about.
Yeah,
was that
absolutely.
scam piece of it.
Let me ask you though, what would you do? I mean, would you be like me and just say, hey, I'll talk to you guys?
I personally would challenge them, personally, just because, that's one of those tips that they give to credit collectors and things
Right.
like that, is they really try to pressure you to do
Yep.
it now, and they're going to insult you. They're going to insult your mama sometimes. I mean,
Yep.
they are going after you.
That's right.
And so I think that for me personally, I'm going to challenge them a little bit, and like I said, even if it's us,
Right.
I might say, hey, I need some more clarification. Can you give me more information?
Right.
But the thing to remember though is, like I said, I'm always looking online.
Right.
If I don't believe what you're saying, I look you up online and I'll call you back if
Right.
I look at it. So
That's
again,
a good point. That's a good point.
Verify.
We're in a very digital age where a lot of that information is readily available.
Mm-hmm.
Our phone numbers are readily available. We have a great new website that people can check it out. We're working on an area that's going to have more scam information. So I agree with you, man. That's ask.
Yep.
The scammers are not going to have your meter number.
Yep.
They're not. They're not. And if you're standing right outside looking at your meter number and they can't give it to you,
Right.
probably not a good thing. We will probably have that information because it's tied to your account.
Right.
But yeah, man, I agree with you, and I think this is it's a really important thing. Just for folks to give us a call, and this is good. This is good.
Well, good deal. Well, thanks for listening again this week. Don't forget mtemc.com.
Yep.
If you have any questions about what the scam looks like, we've got some information on there.
Yeah.
We've also got our phone number. So again, if you get a call from someone that is claiming to be us, saying that they're going to cut you off unless you pay, X amount of dollars using
Yep.
a prepaid card, be sure to hang up, contact the authorities, and then give us a call.
Yeah.
Let us know.
You can also reach out to us, and this is something that is new too. You can, when it comes to these scam calls, hit us up on social media.
Yeah.
Ask us. Hey, I just got a call from this number. That we had one member do that this weekend. Let us know. Because other people are going to see that. You can't report outages through social media. That call our outage line for that. But if you have a question about a scammer,
Yep.
or if you have a question, hey, I got a call from this person, is it legit? We'll direct you in the right. We'll ask you we'll take it offline. We'll ask you to private message us some information, and we're going to have somebody get in touch with you. I mean, that's just what we do. So if you got a question about a scam, hit us up on social media.
And we are on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. We're even on LinkedIn. So for those of you that are businesses that are
absolutely. That is
looking
a
for a
huge
way
thing.
to interact with us, a great place to go. Again, if you've not yet shared up for Sharing Change, be sure to do that while you're on our website checking out some other things.
That's right.
You can get a link right there, and it'll take you there. So be sure to check that out. Thanks again for Josh for hanging out with me today.
We're going to do this more. We like this interaction.
I like this. This is kind of a different approach, and being outside is nice. When the winter hits, we'll probably go back inside. But for now, we're enjoying getting outside a little bit. So thanks for tuning in. We look forward to, and we'll see you next week.
See ya. unMetered is brought to you by Middle Tennessee Electric.